This is the all-new 6th generation Subaru Forester, and it finally has a proper hybrid system. So unlike the previous generation hybrid, official fuel consumption went from 7.4 down to 6.7 litres per 100 kilometres, so only a small improvement over the petrol engine. This new model, the petrol is rated at 7.9 and the hybrid is down to 6.2. So that's a much bigger gap. It makes more sense to pay the premium. Speaking of which, this is the top spec touring variant. If you get the petrol, it's about $5,000 cheaper. So yeah, you're paying $5,000 more for that better efficiency. The design is familiar. It looks like the previous generation, especially the torso of the body. It's just the front end has been updated and smoothed over a little bit. It's got the new headlights, new grille, and around at the back, yeah, new tail lights, updated trimmings to connect the tail lights, so you got that full width theme. It's still got that rugged personality with the plastic cladding down in the lower skirting, and it's actually got 220 millimeters of ground clearance, which is similar to some dual cab 4x4 utes. And then under the bonnet, we've got the new 2.5 litre strong e-boxer hybrid system. It pairs in a 90 kilowatt electric motor with a 1.1 kilowatt hour battery. So there's no sort of electric range with this, although it does drive in electric only mode for short periods, like in the car park and so on. But it just provides that extra boost in power. Combined, you've got 145 kilowatts, which is not that much for a modern hybrid system. Most of them are about 160 or more. So it's not that powerful, and it is connected up to a CVT automatic. Subaru calls it an 8-speed continuously variable transmission, but it's just a CVT. Like it mimics gear shifts and so on. It feels like a CVT to me. And then inside, very practical as per typical of Subaru. You've got storage everywhere, a wireless phone charger at the front, little trough at the back there, center folding armrest with a box in the middle. And yeah, superb build quality. This feels like a well-made product. Surprisingly sporty seats in the front. They've got these big side bolsters to hold you in place, but they're not firm or super aggressive. They're actually quite comfortable even on a long journey. And an excellent driving position as well. You can adjust the steering wheel in and out, and I can lower the seat right down if I want to. Plenty of room as well. I've got that kind of sense of spaciousness. And then excellent visibility as per usual with Subaru. It's got a little quarter window down here so you can see in between the pillar and the mirror. Nice upright windows. Yeah, great view all around. It makes it so it's not very intimidating to drive at all. Very easy. Even out the back, the D-pillars are not as thick as they are in some of the rivals. This has got the large sunroof. I wouldn't call it a full panoramic sunroof, but it is quite large. Likewise, up at the back, excellent practicality once again. Folding armrest with cup holders, climate vents, and multiple charging options down there. Even these little pockets in the back of the seat, they're kind of divided up to give you different spots to put your things. You can put your phone there, for example, and an iPad in there or something like that. And then good headroom and legroom in the back, especially legroom actually. Like, look at that, my knees are nowhere near the seat in my seating position. I'm only 170 centimeters, so that could come back a fair bit and still provide decent leg clearance. It feels comfortable back here. It feels spacious and airy, and I've got good visibility, so I can see all around the front. It doesn't feel like I'm cramped up in the back of a dungeon or something like that. Nice big bottle holders in the doors as well. You've got kind of two almost. And then just to finish it off, you've got this Alcantara suede style trim, even on the back door. Up at the back, again, practicality wins here. It's got hooks on the wall, a 12-volt socket. You can pop down the rear seats from buttons on the sides. You even got part of the Harman Kardon stereo back here, but it doesn't interfere with the room or intrude on the overall space. Nice big sun blind, privacy blind, and a little pocket back here if you want to keep some sensitive items from being viewed from the outside. Unfortunately, it looks like there is no spare wheel, which I think is a big downside, especially for the Forester, which kind of prides itself on grand touring capability, lots of road trips and so on, off-road where you might get a flat tire. Here, you've got a puncture repair kit only, which is, yeah, it's not ideal. If you're stuck out in the middle of nowhere trying to use the puncture repair kit, then you've got to stick to the certain speed of that puncture repair kit. It's usually about 80 kilometers an hour. I mean, it'll get you out of trouble, but I just think a vehicle like this, especially one that sort of pushes off-road capability, it needs a full-size spare. All right, let's go for a drive and see how it performs on the road. I've got a petrol version coming up as well, which I'll take off-road, but for this one, we'll just focus on the on-road performance and check out the actual 0 to 100 performance as well. Those familiar with Subaru engines will warm to this quite quickly. This sounds basically the same as the previous generation model. It's still a 2.5 litre flat 4 engine, so you've got that kind of chunky tone to it. It's just got this electric motor that provides this kind of hidden assistance. When you put your foot down a little bit, you'll get this surge out of nowhere before the petrol engine starts to make its noise and do its thing. It does feel pretty sporty. Like I've got the drive mode in the standard setup, and it feels like it gets going quite well. Like overtaking and so on would be pretty easy, even on the highway. You do have this S mode down here on the steering wheel as well. Hit that. Shows you a little graph of the throttle mapping, and yeah, it does feel a little bit more responsive. But actually, it feels like the electric motor gives you more of a boost as well. So I only push my foot a little bit, and the car starts surging along with help from the electric motor first, and then the petrol engine kicks in. It feels pretty good, actually. It doesn't seem like it's overly slow like some previous generation Subaru models, even the old hybrid setup. That just felt like it did hardly anything, whereas this, you can feel that electric motor giving you that surge. In terms of the handling, it's typical Subaru. You've got plenty of wheel movement and a bit of body movement as well, but great ride comfort. It's able to absorb the bumps very easily and in a quality feeling manner. So up through here, I'll give it full power. The engine's screaming away. It doesn't have excellent top end by the feel of it, but it's pushing me along. It's moving. It's not the slowest SUV in this class, I don't think. But yeah, that ride control is very good. Like, there's a bit of body movement, a bit of body roll, but it just stays there and it doesn't seem to affect the handling. And also, you get some of these new brands that try to be comfortable by providing soft suspension, but it's quite bouncy. Like, the body continues to bounce along. This doesn't do that. It absorbs the bumps in a comfortable manner, but then it just gets on with it. The body resolves itself very quickly. That's what I love about Subarus, and it feels like you could just throw this around on the dirt and have a bit of fun. As far as I know, Subaru traction control systems or stability control systems, you can't turn completely off. Like, you turn them off and then it still provides assistance. So if you do want to do some rallying, you'll have to get under the bonnet and make some tweaks to the stability control relay. But this is handling very well. It doesn't have high performance tires or anything like that. It's just gripping on and going exactly where I point it. I like the steering feel as well. It kind of feels, it has that mechanical, old school character to it. How about efficiency? Well, I'm averaging 6.9 litres per 100 kilometres now, but before I did performance testing and a bit of spirited driving, it was saying 5.9 litres per 100. So that's quite good. That's actually lower than the official 6.2 rating, but it's not quite as good as something like a RAV4 hybrid, four-wheel drive, which I've achieved into the 4s quite easily. So it's not at the best of this class, but it is much better than the previous gen hybrid, which used to record very similar consumption figures in the real world compared with its petrol version. Overall, I think this is a solid option, as it always has been. The Forester build quality definitely stands out. Off-road kind of preparation, apart from that lack of spare tyre. The touchscreen is a little bit overwhelming at first, but it is great to see physical controls for the volume and the climate. And I love the way that you've got this dimmer switch on the side here. It's a physical control, and you can make it go very dim indeed. Like last night I was driving it, I turned it right down, it was actually too dark. So that's the first I've seen of digital screens going too dark, which, I mean, that's in a good way too, because a lot of them, you turn them right down and they're just too bright. You've got two screens just blowing light right into your eyes, whereas this, you can turn it down, which is great. Another convenience feature, you've got nice big sun visors with a pull-out section on the side, so when you flip it around to the side window, you can fully block the sun from the side. Prices start from around $55,000, $56,000 excluding on roads for this top spec touring variant, but you can work down the range a little bit, still get the hybrid system and most features that you need for a little bit less. Prices are actually pretty good. When you stack it up against rivals with hybrid power, it's quite reasonable. All right, let's head out now and do the performance test and see what it goes like.